Hey guys, morning. Hope everyone is enjoying the fall spring we had the last few days here in New England. It definitely melted some of the white stuff off my driveway and got rid of some of the ice. So that is definitely a bonus. But more important fact, I've been listening to different podcasts on YouTube and whatnot because it's just when I'm driving, it's easier on my brain to have something to focus on. So, learning. Better gay sex. Yes, there are ways to improve for all of us, from what I can find out, and well, from just life experience. Um, some of the biggest ones that I've been listening to these professionals talk about is communication with your partner. Don't just whip it out, stick it in, and go at it. You know, find out what your partner's turn-ons are, turn-offs are. You know, is certain parts of their body more sensitive and more stimulating? And they say the best way to start is with self-pleasure. Shut the porn off, put some mood lighting on, put some mood music on, and find your own hot spots, because that way you can better communicate with your partner to let them know where you're enjoying the pleasure or not enjoying your pleasure. So it's definitely enlightening. Something when I have a partner, I am definitely going to practice better at, because I think a lot of us have a problem with the communication about when, where, and what we like. Now, when the weather's right, hey, I'm all for outdoors, but maybe you're not. Part of that's living in the country, being secluded enough that the neighbors can't see what's going on. You know, I joke that I can get up and let the dogs out in the morning and not worry about what I'm wearing when I let the dogs out. And that is part of the reason I enjoy living in the country, is if I get up and walk out my front door with my first cup of coffee to let the dogs out, not wearing a stitch, then that's the way it is, and no one's going to get offended. But each their own on things like that. So, find your own hot spots, communicate that with your partner. Um, you know, and it doesn't always have to end in a mutual, perfectly timed orgasm like porn, because if you've had anything other than sex with yourself, it don't work that way. Porn is real good at editing, and it don't always work that way. It doesn't even, the sex don't even have to include an orgasm to be great. Yes, the orgasm is great. We all like them. Well, all right, maybe not, but as far as I know, everyone likes them. But the main point is communicate with your partner or partners. You have multiple, that's fine too, and do what's best for everyone. Maybe you only want sex in the morning, he wants sex only in the evening. Those are things to communicate and figure out. It's not a deal breaker. It's sit down and have the discussion like the adults we're supposed to be, even though mentally some of us aren't there yet or don't want to be there yet. But have the conversation, figure out who, what, when, where, how things work for each of you and how to make those work together. So, with that being said, I'm going to get my butt the rest of the way to work, and I guess we're getting rained on today, which it's not snowing, so I'm taking it as a win. So, we will talk to you in the next one, and hope you all have a great day.